Hey there, it's Hillary. Welcome back to the Creative Faith YouTube channel. Today I have an awesome video showing you guys my 4 favorite weekly bullet journal setups. So my 4 favorite weekly setups. This is my bullet journal from 2019, and for 2020 though I am using a Happy Planner. I have a video where I show how I set this up, and so the weekly layouts in here are like this. So this is what I'm using for 2020. I just needed something that was already set up to save me a little bit of time, but I loved coming up with some different weekly setups here in my bullet journal from 2019. And so I thought you guys might need some awesome inspiration for weekly setups. So I'm going to show you guys a few different examples of 4 different layouts. So the first one, flip to it here, is this layout where I have to-do lists on the outside and then the week or the days in the middle. So it's a 2-page spread with to-do lists on the outside and then the week or the days in the middle. And then since there's 7 days in the week and the kind of off one, here I have a currently, and then I'll show you my other example where I added a different thing down here. So you could also put like a verse of the week or a quote or a weekly habit tracker if you wanted. So you could do a bunch of different things down in this kind of empty, uneven box. But this is my first weekly setup idea for you guys, and that's to have the to-do list on the outside and then the days in the middle. So I'll remove that. And here is the other example of that. So I have to-do lists on the outside and then the days in the middle. And here I use, this is from my bullet journal planner habit tracker printable. And so I have all of the months, every single possible monthly layout forever in this printable. So you print it one time and you are set for life. And I will link this in my Etsy shop down below. And so I don't just use it in my habit trackers, I also use it to highlight whichever week I'm on. So that is kind of a neat thing to put here. And then in this setup, I am using some Planner Society washi tape that's really beautiful. And then these are all images from my fall bucket list printable. It has a bunch of really fun fall doodles, and I'll link that in the description box below in my Etsy shop also. So again, that was my very first setup for you guys, is to have to-do lists on the outside, days on the inside. Alright, my second setup is the setup that I used the most in this bullet journal, and that is to have a running task list on this side, or this side, but to have a running task list on one side and then a spot for events on the days of the week on the other. The running task list, I think it came from Plant-Based Bride. I'm pretty sure on YouTube is where I first found this idea. And so you mark off which day of the week you did that task. And then this way you can also cross out tasks that you aren't going to do anymore. And I don't know, it's just a cool way to see like, okay, what day of the week am I most productive? And to kind of like encourage myself to spread out when I am doing my tasks. And then on this side I would write out like different appointments or meetings or things that I had over here. So there's one example. And here's a next one. So again, I have the days of the week here, the task on here, and then the check mark here. And then all of these days of the week come with, well, I only printed Monday through Friday. This is my handwriting. Well, so is this, but in the printable. So this is all a part of that same printable that I mentioned before, my planner printable, as is this and to do. So again, this is the setup that I used the most in 2019. And then here's one last example. And I love this one. This is a really cute fall setup. All these leaves are from my printable called Dancing Leaves, and I'll link that in my Etsy shop below. And then I didn't print off a calendar, but I just doodled one. And so here I had some different, this was the weekend of my sister's wedding, so a lot of things going on. And I also did some different tasks that I needed to do, and then look at that, all those crazy to-dos. And then then, okay, now we're on to idea number 3. Idea number 3 is if you only want to take up one page. So most of my weeks were 2-page spreads that I have mentioned, but one of my favorite ways if I am like conserving space or don't really like want to decorate a ton, oh, this one's really decorated, but was to do a week on one page. And so I would make a chart and I would do to-do lists on one side and events on the other. And so this is a really simple, easy way if you don't want to take up 2 pages in your bullet journal each time to do just a 1 page for the week. And this was really effective if I was having a crazy week. Here is another example. So this is 2 weeks. So I had events, and then to-dos. So you can see checking all of them off. And then the last example of that is this really simple one in my fall setup. And all I did was I used watercolor around the outside and then again had events on one side and tasks on the other. So this was a really, if life was really crazy, this was an awesome, simple setup. And then my last weekly setup idea for you guys is this way. So I have events on the top and then to-do lists for specific days on the bottom and then general to-dos down here. And so this is another one of my very favorite setups. So this is idea number 4 for you guys, weekly setup number 4, and that's to do kind of a horizontal box thing. And so then each day goes like this. And so I love doing this setup also. Here's another one, again using my fall bucket list fall doodles printable. I wrote the days of the week on the pumpkins. I think it turned out so cute. And then I used a bunch of stickers to decorate. And so I did appointments on top, to-do lists for a specific day on the bottom, and then general to-dos down here. So those are my 4 favorite weekly setups for a bullet journal. So I hope that gave you guys some awesome ideas as you are setting up your weeks in 2020 in your bullet journal. I also have a really awesome playlist here on my YouTube channel where I walk through all of my setup videos in here, and I will link that in the description box below too. So let me know, are you using a bullet journal in 2020? And if so, were these ideas helpful for you, or do you have an even better weekly setup that you love to do? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. And I will see you next time. Bye, friends!